Good morning and welcome back to White Mountains Today here on White Mountain TV 16 here on Sunday, December 22nd. And joining us right here in the studio is the gang from Mystery, New Hampshire. It's kind of like the Scooby-Doo gang here from Mystery, New Hampshire.
Gang.
The Mystery Gang, absolutely. So we've got Nick, Beth, and Kim. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Wonderful to see you. And so, Beth, I'm going to start with you. And what is Mystery, New Hampshire?
Thankfully, I know you know what it is. But so Mystery New Hampshire is escape rooms right here in North Conway. And we are located at the Mountain Valley Mall, which is near Hannaford, Lowe's, JCPenney. I always like to do a mention out to all our neighbors, especially the Mountain Valley Cinema, which are awesome neighbors. So just a shout out to everybody there. So an escape room is, you're going into a themed room where you're looking for clues. You're solving puzzles and riddles and you're opening locks, and you've got 60 minutes to escape that room, hopefully intact with the rest of your group. But yeah, we have a lot of fun over there.
Now you can do it. How big a group? What group sizes? Let's talk group sizes.
Group sizes, yep. Anywhere from 2 to 6 or 8 players. It depends on which room you pick. You want to do with a buddy, so you at least want a friend with you, or great for date night or what have you. But some of our rooms are designed for 6 players, some are for 8, and that's for comfort, safety, and challenge that we make those maximums. In design mode. We put them
Does anybody try to do it by themselves?
We have had a few people try to do it by ourselves. One of our crew actually loves playing just on his own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I would just end up sitting in the corner crying, probably.
Little fetal position.
Yeah, exactly what would happen.
Yep.
So you got 3 rooms there, plus the bonus room.
Yes. Yep. So Nick can tell us about the existing rooms.
So right now we have 3 rooms. We have 3 themes. We have High Noon at the Saloon, which is an old Western theme. We have Hangry for History, which is kind of a museum curator's office for North American and American history. And then we have a Real Prize, which is basically going into a movie theater to try and steal a very rare film reel.
Ah. Yeah. And so all of those are all 60 minutes long.
Yep.
And so which one is the most challenging? Do they if somebody says to you, I want the easiest one, do you have one that's easier than the others, or is one more challenging than the other?
It's very subjective, but personally I find Real Prize to be the easier of the 3, and Hangry and High Noon kind of offering more of a challenge, just because there's a lot more puzzles in those 2 rooms compared to the Real Prize. But it is completely subjective. So if, say, Real Prize is easy for me, it could be extremely hard for you. You just won't know until you do it.
Absolutely.
Right. And we have people that actually come out, do our rooms, and they're, oh yeah, that one's the hardest. Oh, that one was easier. And we were like, really? Okay, all right. So it is all, and they're all they have comparable escape rates right now too. Yeah. So it's not something where we get that question a lot. And it's a matter of, I don't know, something that's super hard for you might be easy for me, and vice versa. So,
well, and that's the fun thing too. Obviously, when you're with other people, one of the times I did it, I remember there was one thing. It was the Harbor Master one or whatever, and I'm sure it had a better name, but Hurricane, yeah. So I was totally clueless, and as the Harbor Master. But my son knew right away to turn the ship's wheel in a certain way, and I never ever would have considered that. I'm trying to do different things up on the counter of the Harbor Master's office.
Well, thankfully your boys are with you.
That's right. But that's what made it so cool, is that everybody kind of had a different thing, and then it's like, well, we had to remember a code. Well, I remember what the code is because I didn't remember it. So I mean, that's what makes them so much fun. Now, do you find it's different when you have a group of people who, like if I were to go with my family, it's 6 people who relatively think the same way, versus if you had 6 people who are totally from different walks of life? Does that make a difference?
It absolutely makes a difference, but nothing that we can quantify. Yeah. I mean, really, every group is different. Every group processes things. Everybody has different things that contribute. And so, yes, your group, you think they think alike, but they might not. Beck might come in and go, oh, Dad, duh.
Yeah.
And others that we have groups that I'm not quite sure how. I kind of make this joke, but it's true. Is I don't know how they even get in the same car to get to us because they're arguing and bickering before they even get to us. And then we have these groups that, they meet 5 minutes before and they're best of buds and you can't tell what group came from what group once they're in the playing. So it's a really cool like a little sociology, a little psychology experience every time we have a group playing.
And being able to play with people who you didn't come with does open up some new opportunities.
Absolutely. Yeah, because you've got those different perspectives coming in that I already know how my family's going to think.
Right.
But you've got other people that are like, yeah, try it this way.
Right.
And the key is to listen to each other and to talk. Talk. That's what I always tell people.
Well, that's easy for you, Beth.
I know.
But you also have a bonus room right now.
We do. For the holiday week, I've brought my mobile room inside, so it's actually warm. It's not. It's called Immunity Quest. I have had this room for a little while, but I only bring it out into the community, like we did the Steampunk Festival up at the Cog Railway. Kim brought that up for me, and so she and Ian, my son, they were up there for the weekend, so they had a great time there. But we brought it inside. It's a 30-minute 6-player game. It's $15 a player. You can book right online as well to that room as well, and then we can book on the fly as at our location.
And Kim, you're going to tell us about that, aren't you? Or were you telling us about something else?
Well, Immunity Quest is really fun.
No. I thought that's what you were telling us about. Okay.
I was going to tell you we're actually retiring a real prize after the holiday season.
Oh, okay, that's what it was. Oh.
Yeah. We're coming up with a new design for that particular space. It's going to be a time travel, kind of a mad scientist meets, we haven't really come up with the full story yet, but you're definitely traveling through time. You're going to hit some very key points in history, I'd say. At least I don't know how to explain that.
I don't have a mic, so I can't chime in.
Yeah.
So we're really excited about this one because it does give us an opportunity to jump into different periods. Therefore, this room is going to be themed out in a couple different ways, and versus just going into like High Noon at the saloon is Wild West, and the entire room is Wild West. This particular room that's coming up is you're actually going to be 4 different spots,
nice.
4 different spaces, and therefore 4 different times. And so it's kind of we're really excited about this. Yeah. So we've all been working on it, and without electrocuting ourselves.
That's true.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
We haven't done that yet.
That's
so
a very positive
good.
thing. So what are the hours for Mystery New Hampshire?
It depends on the week. Our regular hours are usually Friday through Monday. However, because it's school vacation week, we're doing extended hours. So I think we're open every day but Christmas this week. Yeah. So.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Now reservations are encouraged.
Yes.
Yes.
It's you're definitely most guaranteed to get in a room if you book online.
Yeah.
Especially during this holiday weekend, I definitely suggest booking online or ahead of time, just because we're typically pretty busy on these weeks, and when you don't book, there's a chance you won't be able to fit into a room exactly when you get there.
And being able to get the specific room you might want.
Exactly.
Would be an important factor of that. So. Well, very cool. And so, again, describe where you are.
We are inside the Mountain Valley Mall, which is right next to Mountain Valley Cinema. So if you guys are familiar with where Lowe's, Hannaford, JCPenney is, that's the Mountain Valley Mall, and we're right inside there. If you want to visit our website, it's mysterynh.com. If you go to the Book Now link, it brings you right to our schedule and our calendar. It's always up to date, so that way you can look and see what room's available, what's available to make your schedule. We got busy ski schedules and shopping schedules and such.
Right.
So that way you can kind of go and pick whichever one you want. And just want to, kind of heads up is that if you don't book the entire room, others can book in with you. And that's where you have friends you haven't met yet, is how we kind of like to put it. And others can pair up with you. That way, you've got that different perspective and that different mix of group, people that kind of make that play more interesting.
Absolutely. And it's on the hour, correct?
No, it's we stagger ours
Oh, okay.
every hour and a half. Yeah, we need time in between to socialize a little bit, mostly. But between debriefing groups or and briefing other groups, introducing, and then reset. We have to reset every room in between, so everybody starts off with the same experience.
So that gives plenty of time. So just plan on that it's different times on the half hour or hour when you are booking for that.
Yes,
So,
I usually suggest allocating about an hour and a half. Because we always have introductions and maybe getting ready. Everybody needs to pee before they go in the room, and then like I said, we get pictures afterwards and such. So it allows for about an hour and a half is a good time to allocate to the experience.
Well, that sounds great. And you gave us some passes. We're either going to give them away a little bit later on, or definitely during this week. We're going to be here live all week, so we may hold those out for that. But we'll definitely give those away with great prize. For someone to be, or actually two people to be able to go and experience Mystery New Hampshire. Any parting words?
I also left you guys one, so you guys can come visit us and play. I think, but I'm going to leave Deb in control of those. But I do want to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas, and thank you very much for coming up to the Valley and spending your holiday here in the Valley. And we thrive off our locals, definitely, but we also thrive off our tourists.
Absolutely.
So we love to have them in the Valley.
Well, that sounds great. Well, thanks so much for coming by today. And definitely check out Mystery New Hampshire. And we'll be back here in a minute on White Mountains Today.